Namaste, beautiful friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness. How about those solar flares? I'm kind of using it as a metric for where I am in my shadow work process, because I really didn't feel the effects of the bombardment of all that energy until today. And then just as I was starting to feel the kind of overwhelming surge of energy and kind of irritability and restlessness, and it's almost like anxiety, and if you don't ground, it'll go right into anxiety. There was another solar flare, like an X8, pretty big one. So this is having an effect on the twin flame energy. I don't know how, I'm just telling you. That's the energy I'm feeling. I was kind of in a meditative state last night, and my download was this is possibly affecting the twins, as well as really people who are really empathic. It feels like you guys are taking the brunt of this energy. All right, we're going to start with the Rumi Oracle, and then we're going to do the Twin Flame Ascension Oracle, the Lover's Oracle, the Muse Tarot, and the Light Seers Tarot. And then if I need to pull any other decks, I can. But let's get started with Rumi, A New Gown. That's an 18 card, which is a 9. This feels like a new cloak of light in our light body. But let's see. Remember, I'll just read what pops out. I hope you all are doing well. I'm not even going to read the poem. Just going to read the oracle message. This is sacred guidance for you. You are stepping into empowerment in a new way, and it is to be honored. Do not allow yourself to be dragged into dramas or power games. You are worth so much more than that. You are tapping into your inner dignity, and others may not know how to respond. Some will respond with love and acknowledgement, while others with fear and judgment, calling you too big for your britches or your boots and high and mighty. Those are voices of fear, not truth. Like in your dignity and power, and keep going. Be in your dignity and power and keep going. It is the divine that urges you thus, not the ego. Do not doubt the changes happening within you now. Embrace them. Now, I think in the last reading we saw, it was the weekly forecast, there was going to be some changes, and I really felt strongly the 3 energy, and of course the first card out was a 3. All right, this is the divine, the Twin Ascension Oracle. Twin Flame Ascension Oracle. And I'll pull one for the Divine Masculine, one for the Divine Feminine, and then one for the connection. Let's see where this set of twins is in the journey. What's going on with these twins? Sacred Sexuality, another 9 card, not a surprise. Accessing the unified field. And then the Chosen One, Fast Track to Ascension. We've been seeing this for the Divine Feminine quite a bit. These solar flares are definitely here to accelerate the ascension of not just the light workers, but humanity. And it is bringing clarity. I saw the Sun card a couple of times in the pre-shuffle, but I also saw the 7 of Swords in reverse, which was like a big sigh of relief for me. It feels like you're seeing the clarity of people's truths even more than you have seen before. It seems like the more you ascend, the more you see through the ego, through the facade, through the mask. You just see people's true being. And you see it as a way of not judging, but knowing where they are in their ascension journey. And you're kind of like, oh, yeah, been there. Doesn't feel so good, but I can kind of be empathetic to them because I remember what it was like. So it's giving you a higher insight into other people's journey and where they are. And it's just kind of like it almost puts a pinpoint on the Ascension map so that you can look and say, oh yeah, okay, been there. Yeah, I remember that. It gives you a counterpoint to see where you are, but also you can have compassion for those on the journey. Now, that does not mean that you shouldn't set your boundaries. Don't accept or enable bad behavior because of your compassion. That's a really important point. For the connection, honor your agreement. Your mission is in motion. Okay, so it feels like this light energy is activating, and it's activating the sacred sexuality, whereas perhaps the divine masculine was into player energy, and then realizing that, sexuality is something more sincere, needs to be more soulful, as opposed to just the physical gratification. But it's definitely stepping into the bubble of the field, the kind of the vortex, but the unified field, which means the connection. I'm not going to talk too much about, because this is a one card, the chosen one being the divine feminine. Definitely a light worker, definitely somebody that was, who agreed or contracted to the twin flame journey to, it feels like there's a fast track here. Definitely the fast track to ascension. I feel like the divine feminine signed on for this twin flame journey so that once the twin flame activated her ascension, then she, or it's energy, not gender, the divine feminine was then accelerated through the ascension process during this particular time in history on the planet, to help navigate the shift from the toxic fishbowl to the clean and clear fishbowl. And this is the mission. And so this is the 8 card. 8 plus 1 is 9. We have a 9 here. We have a 9 here. This is the end of an old activation cycle, and now this light energy is coming in to kind of boost the energy of the ascension of the twins. But this is part of their agreement. And the agreement is definitely the sacred, it's a sacred honor. And your spirituality, your connection, the divine spark within you is sacred. And in order to become very aware of that, you had to go through this twin flame activation. It was almost like a guarantee that you would experience this in this lifetime. And I feel like that's kind of what the twin flame journey is. It's like a guarantee. You can't miss your, stepping onto your ascension path. It's like it's a fail-safe. So for some, and I know in my case, meeting your twin was an activation that may have come later in life. And it was almost like, you've been bombarded by all of these opportunities, and it was maybe, you needed, like I'm a Leo sun and moon, so I had a very strong ego, that you were not able to embrace that. So the twin flame came in to activate you as a fail-safe mechanism. And then that started the ascension process. And that's in my case anyway. But that was the agreement, is that if I didn't catch on before now, it was time. And it just so happened that all of this happened right before this big split on the planet. So it was definitely divine timing. But this is about the new cloak of the spirituality, the unconditional love, the divine spark within you, and igniting that to light the path for others. Okay, let's pull from the Light Seers Tarot, see what's going on I see Eight of Swords. They're still in this really trapped energy. They're still very captivated in the matrix, trying to break free, definitely trying to break free, but still plagued by some anxiety and thoughts and overthinking, overanalyzing, trying to figure out how they're going to get out of this mess. And let's see. Oh my. Okay, we're going to take them all. Eight of Swords came back. On the surface, it may look like everything's just kind of calm and wonderful. You might see some signs of some anxiety, but inside the reflection, look at that anguish. Look at the numerous voices that they're listening to, not their soul. They're just listening to outside voices, which kind of keep them tied up in this over-analyzing. Then we have the Queen of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. Could be dealing with an earth sign. I feel like they're still ruled by the material world, the tangible world. I think they're using that to, instead of opening up their emotions, they're like, I'm going to focus on just what's tangible to me. I don't want to get into anything emotionally unraveling. They seem very disinterested in relationships right now. It's almost like they're just in survival mode. I'm getting a picture of their head just kind of swimming. And, you know, just so many things to sort out. They feel like the only thing they can count on is what they can manifest materially. Emotional things just have no, there's no interest in diving into the emotional depths right now because it's just too painful. Look at these two. Emotional, the emotional realm, their emotional body is just way too overwhelmed. So they're just working on the physical, their physical body, their physical manifestations, money that they can earn, working. That's where they are pushing all of their energy, which isn't really making them happy because they feel very disconnected. But when they start to kind of delve into the emotions, they become so overwhelmed. They have panic attacks. There's an energy of just wanting to surrender, to give up. And they may have said, I give up on love. You know, I give up. I just give up. I'm just going to focus on work. I know that I can trust myself. I can depend on myself, and that's all I got. So you may be feeling some of this energy. That might be the anxiety or the kind of that restlessness. Yeah, Five of Wands. See how this masculine energy is just like, there's a struggle here. There's just a struggle. It's just a constant struggle. Some days they're barely clinging on. They're reaching for the light. But it's just, they just don't have an easy way to get there. And there's just constant, this is like an internal conflict for me. Like they are just, they make up their mind one minute and then they talk themselves out the next. And then they're like, okay, well, I can do this. And then well, I don't know if that's the right thing to do. It's almost like the Two of Pentacles back and forth, but it's constantly conflicted. There might be a lot of conflict around them. Four of Pentacles. They're very resistant to anything coming in that's emotional right now. They're really just trying to cling on to whatever they have left that's material. That's where they feel the security. That's what they feel is not going to let them down. Is whatever I can earn, I can keep, is going to always be there for me. I don't have to be disappointed in, the material manifestations. See, there's the Magician. That's what they're focused on. They're focused on they're using their will to forcibly maneuver and navigate through this. It was like a tower moment. It's been a collapse of something. And they're like really focused on, I just need to make money. I just need to work. I'm going to rebuild my tangible life. And I think in this, they're stepping away from anything emotional, so anything relationship oriented, they're stepping away from. So they're really connecting to their self. Nine of Wands. There's hope here. They have, they've been through a lot, and they've endured, and they're proud of that. But they feel like the best thing for them to do right now is to focus on the material, the tangible world, to rebuild or to acquire, because that's where they feel like they're going to gain their sense of security and sense of self-identity. Five of Cups. Yeah, they definitely are not interested in anything emotional. There's an emotional repulsion here. They're tired of being disappointed and hurt. They're tired of the anxiety, of the feelings of worthlessness, not being valued. It's really kind of sad. I feel like they're very emotionally isolated, very withdrawn. Yeah, there it is, Three of Swords. See the anguish again? Look at that anguish. They've been deeply hurt, not once, probably not twice, but multiple times. And they're just like, I'm done. Right now, I'm just done. I'm not even going to focus on being in connection. I'm not going to focus on relationships or allowing my heart to be open. So we have the Knight of Cups. Although, one day. I'm really getting a strong energy that they've written some sort of letter. I see a letter here. But I see a bowl here too that's empty. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands. definitely some defensive energy, and that is a response to this emotional turbulence they're in. This may be why you are feeling an heightened sense of anxiety, restlessness, maybe some anger. You might be feeling a sense of wanting to withdraw. It's a mirroring, and it's going to be intensified by these solar flares as that energy just it feels like this connection is absorbing that energy. So whatever one twin is feeling, the other one is feeling in a more magnified way. All right, what's going on in the Muse Tarot for the Divine Feminine? There's just a heaviness on my heart here. I mean, a deep heaviness on my heart. There's the Queen of Inspiration. That's definitely some fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, very heavy Leo energy with that Sun card twice. Temperance. There's that fire sign, Sagittarian. This is, I feel like it's like, and see the mirroring? And this is a moon cycle, the new moon and the full moon. And she's just being very patient throughout that cycle. So it feels like for this moon cycle, this lunar cycle, until the next major moon lunar event, it feels like this is just the time where the Divine Feminine is going to be really patient with this connection. Focus on, just kind of, yeah, there's the Star. I knew there was hope and healing here. But I don't see, in all of these cards, the Divine Feminine is looking away from the connection. Star card being Aquarius energy. I'm getting an energy that the Divine Feminine has the resources to kind of maybe help stabilize the situation, but is being guided. No, you're not the rescuer here. This is something they need to go through in order to start their process of awakening. If they haven't already, this is accelerating it. This is happening with these solar flares, and you're gonna feel some of that energy in the connection. So if you're questioning, like, why am I feeling so all of a sudden not so good, I'm feeling very anxious or unsettled or ungrounded, it might be their energy. There's okay, the Ten of Materials came over here, and I'm going to leave it here as 10 of Pentacles. It's in the challenge position. That is stability. That is long-term. Could be a marriage, could be long-term, and something you would invest long-term in, like a house or a business, a mortgage. And that's one of the challenges in the physical world that they're facing. The Hermit. Divine Feminine has 3 major arcanas here. Divine Masculine had like 1, but the Divine Feminine is the Hermit energy. That's another earth sign, could be a Virgo that you're dealing with. Again, the back is turned toward the Divine Masculine. I don't feel like this Divine Feminine is paying any attention to the connection whatsoever. She's just off on her own thing, doing her own thing. But when she feels that surge of energy, she's kind of like, oh yeah, that's not my energy. That's their lesson they're going through. I just need to focus on, what I need to manifest, what I'm doing. Page of Inspiration. That is definitely manifesting. Knight of Ah, Knight of Cups. There's some mirroring there. I think both of them feel, because look at this. These are two different decks, just going to say. Here we have the Knight of Cups on the masculine side with the white horse, and the feminine side, Knight of Cups, is a white horse. I feel like they both feel like, almost like there's a reciprocal ability to help one another. But the Divine Feminine isn't going to ask for help, although she has something she could do to help this masculine. This masculine isn't going to ask for help. He would be more likely to ask. But the Divine Feminine is not giving off any vibes that she is open to the connection. Eight of Materials. I think that this set of twins is just working on whatever they want to, to manifest in their lives. The masculine is working on just trying to rebuild. Here's the Three of Swords, falls over here again. Okay, so in this card, you see that there is somebody here really having a moment. And then you see the kind of the sadness. I feel like this is the Divine Feminine watching all of this, having that compassion, feeling that sadness, feeling bad for the masculine, but yet knowing that they can't get sucked into that lower vibration energy, just staying very positive, sending healing vibes with that Star card, focusing on their work. But it's almost like they really grasp the spiritualness of the fact that this is a lesson. This is karmic closure for them. This is a karmic cycle closing. And the Divine Feminine has kind of been through that. And it's kind of like, yeah, I see then recognize that pattern. Yeah, it hurts. The dark night of the soul sucks. But I'm sad for you. I can feel for you. I have compassion for you. However, I know I can't get sucked into that because that's the karma that you need. It's not my job to settle that karma or absorb or transmute that karma. So that Star card can be transmuting energy, and this is karma. This is a lesson that needed to be learned here. Five. These two cards, yeah, this is look, this figure here is the same figure here. And look how they're almost reaching to help. Like, I can help, I can help. It's like this person has no place to go. And it's like the Divine Feminine wants to reach, and say, I can help. There's a bleak, for some reason, Charles Dickens' book, The Bleak House. The Bleak House just came to my mind from my guides. That's relevant for somebody. The Bleak House. Ten of Voices. Okay, so my guide said, this is Ascension, whether you want to go or not. I feel like I feel like this masculine's going through a really bleak time. And that the Divine Feminine is very aware. In fact, they want me to switch these cards. Is very aware energetically of this. And has a deep sense of compassion and empathy. And has the ability to help. But is being guided to not get involved in that karma right now. I don't know if there's any such thing as resistant ascension, but it feels like this is like a resistance. You're ascending whether you are actively participating or not, but I feel like this is the Divine Masculine with the Ten of Swords. But it's part of their contract. Queen of Swords. Now she's facing. Now the Divine Feminine is facing. And see all these crows? So This is the divine masculine energy. This is the divine feminine energy. She's got white wings. And look at these crows. They're not circling around her. She's mastered that. She's tamed those voices. She's tamed the negative self-talk. And she's like, look, quit hanging out with that. Quit being in this kind of energy. All you have to do is tell them to stop, behave themselves, and those voices will stop. The Empress. More Earth energy, Venus energy, could be Taurus, could be just because we're in Taurus. We're still in Taurus season. Yes, divine feminine and this twin flame connection is very aware of her divine spark, her ability to manifest her, her soul as a being connected to the infinite. Let's pull from the Lover's Oracle and get some messages. I saw transformation. There is a heavy energy here of deep sadness and sorrow on the divine masculine's energy. I just said that and I heard a noise. But also for the divine feminine, it's like she knows she's not supposed to fix this. She knows she's not supposed to. And I feel like the divine masculine may reach out and ask for some assistance in a particular set of twins. And the divine feminine, although she can, is going to have to reject that unless it is a matter of, safety and security, like they got no place to go, their car's broken down on the side of the road, and, there might be something that the divine feminine can take them to a place where they can at least be safe. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Okay, so these two cards. This is what is each manifesting here with their thoughts. These thoughts are way out of control. They are dominating this masculine, whereas the Queen of Swords, she knows how to manage her thoughts in a way that is constructive and clear and not anxious, not monkey mind. She's got that under control. It took a lot of meditation practice to get there, but she's got it under control. She does not let her mind run away with her, because that means that you don't have control over what you're manifesting. All right. There's a new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Manifesting. We were just talking about manifesting. Your dreams soon become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. But you have to manage your thoughts, and then your emotions that are instigated by those thoughts create your reality. They work with the quantum field to bring to you what it is you're energetically asking for. Now, your thoughts may be thinking one thing, and then your heart may want something else. But if you don't manage that, then you're arbitrarily manifesting without giving it a sense of ownership and control. It's just it's a scatter plot of manifesting based upon things you are not aware of. But once you learn the secret of manifesting, which is heart-brain coherence, that means your heart thinks something, your head thinks something, your heart is aligned with it, and then you bring those two energies together. That's what creates the vibration in your aura, which then interacts with the quantum field, so that attracts exactly the same vibration to you. And that is why the divine feminine is manifesting and is focused on manifesting, but she wants the divine masculine, she wants to share that with the divine masculine, like, stop doing this because you're just going to bring more chaos and crap into your life. Get a hold of those thoughts. Start intentionally manifesting better things for yourself by how you think and using your thoughts and emotions as a tool. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. That's what they're trying to do. It's almost like they're trying to reverse this situation and restore it back to the pre-collapse, because that's a way of being safe and secure. And there's a realization that that's not going to happen. And so now what? What's the next step? And they're grappling with that. Okay, last card. Then we'll do bottom of the deck. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. I feel like that is the crux of the connection. But I think that the boundaries, I mean, you can see by the way the divine feminine is looking away in all of these cards that she has set some very firm boundaries. She's not going to just collapse and give in the first time, you know, the masculine, you know, texts her or rings her and it's like, oh, sure, no problem. I'm going to go right back into that energy. All right, bottom of the deck. Well, let's start with this one. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Well, the light's here, whether we like it or not. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. So that is one thing you can do in meditation, is just allow the connection to be healed. That's excellent work for both. Here, oh, this is amazing. We have the Seven of Wands here, and then we have the Seven of Cups here. So the masculine has the Seven of Wands, feminine has the Seven of Cups. You can see the huge difference. She's like, oh, I have all these options now that I'm manifesting, and I can pick whichever path I want, whichever, you know, whatever I want to manifest, I can just choose it and then align my heart and my head and my thoughts and my emotions, create that magical vibration, and it will come to me. Whereas the divine masculine is kind of like, first of all, the spirituality stuff is a little defensive about that. But also, they want the inner peace. Bottom of the deck, Queen, divine feminine. Let's see underneath. There's a soul merger, ebb and flow underneath. Here are the two twins. And then underneath that is reconciling differences. So this is one of those things where you have to stand in your truth and in your power, in your Empress energy, because all four queens in the tarot make the Empress. And you need to stand in your Empress energy. But an Empress energy does not enable. But you can be empathetic without enabling. Let me see if there's anything else I get off of this. There needs to be some healing, but I feel like it's the divine masculine that really needs to be on a healing journey. I think the divine feminine she seems to be doing really well in her ascension journey. Another message I'm getting is that she is like, I don't need a white knight to come rescue me. I've figured out the secret here. But there may be for some where the divine masculine is going to reach out because they need something. And it will be a sweet gesture. think that's all I have. So I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Namaste, my friends.